Namaste. Today we will discuss about zeros of a polynomial. Before that, let us substitute some values for the given polynomial. That is, if p of x is equal to, this is polynomial's names. If it is in x variable, we will name it as p of x is equal to 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 2. This is polynomial in x, that is polynomial of x. This is equal to 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 2. Now, I am giving value for x. That is, we can find p of 1 here. Then I will substitute each and every x to 1. So, this becomes 5 into 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square plus 3 into 1 minus 2. Here 1 cube is 1. So 5 into 1 is 5 minus 1 square is 1. 2 into 1 is 2 plus 3 into 1 is 3 minus 2. Now this is subtraction and addition. Then in board mass, here addition comes the first. So let us add this. That is minus 2 plus 3. Minus 2 plus 3 is smaller number subtracted from bigger number and put the sign of bigger number. So it is plus 1. Now here there is 5 and here it is minus 2. So here again we will do the addition first. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 minus 2 is the answer. 6 minus 2 is 4. So we got p of 1 equal to 4 is equal to 4. Now let us find another value, that is p of 0. Then this becomes 5 into 0 cube minus 2 into 0 square plus 3 into 0 minus 2. Here 0 cube is 0 and 5 into 0 is 0. So this term is cancelled. Here also 0 into 2 is cancelled because this is also 0. 3 into 0 also 0. The result will be minus 2. Here it is minus 2 left. So minus 2 is the answer. Now let us find the value of negative 1 in this polynomial. So it becomes 5 into negative 1 whole cube minus 2 into negative 1 square plus 3 into negative 1 minus 2. Now here it is equal to negative 1 into cube is negative 1 into negative 1 into negative 1. That is negative 1 into negative 1, positive 1. And positive 1 into negative 1, the result will be negative 1. So negative 1 cube is negative 1. And negative 1 into 5 is negative 5. Minus, here negative 1 square. Negative 1 into negative 1. 1 ones are 1 and negative into negative positive. So negative 1 square is positive 1. Positive 1 into 2 is again 2. Here this subtraction is from this question. Now next negative 1, here there is plus. Now 3 into negative 1. 3 ones are 3 and positive 3 into negative 1. The result will be negative. Now 1 minus 2 is there here. Again we will do the addition first. Negative 2 plus negative 3. The result is negative 5. So negative 5 minus 2. Then it becomes negative 5 minus 5 becomes plus minus 5. And this also becomes addition and change the sign of next number. So this is all addition in negative. So negative 5 plus negative 5 plus negative 2 is negative 12. So the value of this polynomial while x is equal to 1 is 4, while x is equal to 0 is negative 2 and x is equal to minus 1 is minus 12. Till now we find the value of the given polynomial. That is, to find value we can substitute any value for x, then we will get an answer. Now we are going to talk about 0 of a polynomial. For that I will write an example here. Let p of x is equal to x minus 1. First I am doing a simple one. P of x is equal to x minus 1. Here I am going to find value of p of 1, that is x is equal to 1. the result is 1 minus 1, the answer is 0. So here, while we substitute value of x as 1, we got the result 0 for this polynomial. And this value which we substituted to get the answer 0 is called 0 of polynomial. So 0 of this polynomial is 1. Because while we substituted 1, we get the answer 0. Now, 0 or root. What is the difference between 0 and root of a polynomial? While we are talking about a function, that is x minus 1, p of x is equal to x minus 1. This is a function polynomial. That is, here this is not an equation. X minus 1, it is only till that, x minus 1. So, for this function polynomial, we can say 1 is 0 of polynomial. Is 1. Now, if we are writing this polynomial function as an equation, that is x minus 1 equal to 0. Now, there is an equal sign. So, this is not a function, this is an equation. Whenever you see an equal sign and a result here in RHS, that is called equation. This equal sign is for function, that is p of x is equal to x minus 1. But this equal is not like this. Here we have a result in RHS, that is x minus 1 equal to 0. So this is an equation and this is a function. Both are polynomials. So while we are talking about a function, we will say here 1 is the 0 of polynomial, because while we substitute 1, we will get this function as 0. Here, if p of 1 is substituted, we will get the function as 0. So this is 0 of this polynomial. Now, if a polynomial equation is given like this, then we will find p of 1, then it becomes 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Here, LHS is becoming 0, RHS is already 0. So we verified it by substituting 1. So in this case, we say 1 is the root of this polynomial. So technically both 0 and root are same. Here for this polynomial 0 is 1 and root is also 1. But what it means is what the difference I mentioned here, that is one is function polynomial and the other is polynomial equation. So while we are talking about function, we can say 0 of the polynomial is 1. While we are talking about the same as an equation, we can say it is root of the polynomial. So don't get confused. Both are actually same. 0 and root of the polynomial are same. But according to the terms we are mentioning, that is either it is polynomial function or it is polynomial equation, we will say 0 or root. Next is 0 of a constant polynomial. Constant polynomial means any constant value. This is actually a polynomial. It has a coefficient and a variable, that is simply 10 means 10x raised to 0. Here x raised to 0 or any number raised to 0, the result is 1, that is 10 into 1. So here x raised to 0 is hidden in constant polynomial. So in that case, can you find a 0 of this polynomial? That is, whenever we substitute any value for this x, we want to get the result as 0. If you are substituting x for 1, then also 1 raised to 0, 10 into 1 raised to 0. Any number raised to 0, the result is 1. So again it is 10. Now if we are substituting x is equal to 2, 2 raised to 0 is also 1. So 10 into 1 is 10. Now if we are substituting x is 3, then also 3 raised to 0 is 1. So here for a constant polynomial, the result is not becoming a 0. That is, whenever we substitute any value for this x, we are not getting the result as 0. And we are talking about when we get a result as 0, that value substituted is called 0 of this polynomial. So since it has no value, getting the result as 0. So we can say constant polynomial have no 0 of the polynomial. Constant polynomial have no 0. Now next is 0 of a 0 polynomial. 0 polynomial can have any variable along with it. Maybe it is x cube or x square or x raised to 5. Any degree can be come along with this 0 polynomial, because we are not sure about the degree, because any number or any power of a number multiplied with 0, the result will be 0 itself. So we don't know what is the variable part along with this 0 polynomial. We don't know what is the actual variable or variable's power. Here it comes. But still we can substitute any value for this, because whatever value we substitute, the result will be 0. Any real number we substitute here, the final result will be 0, because 0 into any variable or any number, any real number, the result is 0. So we can say the 0 of 0 polynomial, 0 of means what value substituted to get the result 0, that is 0 of. Now 0 polynomial means simply 0. So 0 of 0 polynomial is what? We can substitute any real number. So we can conclude that every real number is a 0 of this 0 polynomial. Next, let us move to exercise 2.2. Find the value of the polynomial x is equal to 5x minus 4x square plus 3 at, first one is x is equal to 0. Then this becomes p of 0 is equal to 5 into 0 minus 4 into 0 square plus 3. That is, we are substituting each x as 0. Here 5 into 0 becomes 0. 4 into 0 square, that also becomes 0. Plus 3 is there. That is, result will be plus 3. Now at x is equal to negative 1. Then p of negative 1, the same polynomial becomes 5 into negative 1 minus 4 into negative 1 square plus 3. Here 5 into negative 1 is negative 5. Here there is minus 4 here. Now negative 1 square becomes 1. That is negative 1 into negative 1. 1 into 1 is 1 and negative into negative is positive. So negative 1 square is positive 1. Now negative 4 into positive 1, the result will be negative 4 plus 3. That is minus 5 minus 4 plus 3. We can do the addition first. That is minus 4 plus 3. Result is minus 1. Smaller number subtracted from bigger number and put greater number sign. Now this is subtraction. So we will make it as addition and change the next number sign. Now these are both negatives. Adding it, we will get the result negative 6. X is equal to 2. Then this becomes p of 2. 5 into 2 minus 4 2 square plus 3. Here 5 2s are 10 minus 4 into 2 square is 4 plus 3. Now this is 10 minus 4 4s are 16. That is minus 4 into 4 minus 16. Minus and plus minus 16 plus 3. Now we will do the addition first. Minus 16 plus 3 is minus 13. That is smaller number subtracted from bigger and put bigger number sign. Now 10 minus 13. Now this become addition and changes the sign here. So it is minus 3. Smaller number subtracted from 13 and put sign of negative 13. That is negative 3. Next, find p of 0, p of 1 and p of 2 for each of the following polynomials. P of y is given y square minus y plus 1. I want to find p of 0 first. It becomes 0 square minus 0 plus 1. Here both terms are 0. The result will be positive 1. Now next is p of 1. It becomes 1 square minus 1 plus 1. 1 square is again 1 minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 and plus 1 cancel. The result will be simply 1. Now next is P of 2. That is 2 square minus 2 plus 1. 2 square is 4 minus 2 plus 1. We will do the addition first. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. That is 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Now next polynomial. P of t equal to 2 plus t plus 2t square minus t cube. We want to find P of 0 first. 2 plus 0 plus 2 into 0 square. Substitute all t as 0. So t cube becomes 0 cube. Now this is 2 plus 0. Here 2 into 0 is cancelled. Here 0 cube is also cancelled. So 2 plus 0 is 2. Now next is P of 1. Then this becomes 2 plus t becomes 1 plus 2 into 1 square is 2 into 1. That is 2 minus 1 cube is 1. Now 2 plus 1 3. 3 plus 2 5 minus 1 result is 4. Now next is P of 2. Then this becomes 2 plus 2 plus 2 into t square, that is 2 square, minus t cube. We have 2 cube. That is we are substituting each t as 2. Value of this polynomial. We get 2 plus 2 plus 2 square is 4. 4 2s are 8 minus 2 cube is 2 into 2 into 2. Result is 8. Plus 8 and minus 8 is cancelled. They are additive inverse. Now 2 plus 2, the result is 4. P of x is equal to x cube. So we want to find P of 0. Then we will substitute 0 cube. The result is 0. Next is P of 1. Then it becomes 1 cube. The result is 1. Next is P of 2. Result is 2 cube. That is result is 8. So coming to next polynomial. P of x is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 1. Now first is P of 0. This becomes 0 minus 1 into 0 plus 1. 0 minus 1 is inside the bracket. We will do inside the bracket first. That is 0 minus 1 minus 1. 0 plus 1 plus 1. Negative 1 into 1 is negative 1. P of 0 is negative 1. Now next is P of 1. Here it becomes 1 minus 1 and 1 plus 1. Inside the bracket 1 minus 1 is 0 and 1 plus 1 is 2. 0 into 2 result is 0. Next is P of 2. 2 minus 1. Close the bracket. Next bracket 2 plus 1. 2 minus 1. Inside the bracket we will get 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 1 into 3 is 3. Verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial indicated against them. We are given some polynomials and values of x, and we have to check whether it is a zero of this polynomial. Do you know what is zero? Yes, zero of a polynomial means when we substitute this value, then the result should be 0. Let us check here. We want to find P of negative 1 by 3. Then substituting in x, we will get 3 into, instead of x, we will write negative 1 by 3 plus 1. Now, we know in numerator and denominator, if there is any common factor, we can cut it with it. So, here 3 and 3, so we will cut it. That is 3 ones are 3 and 3 ones are 3. Here, result will be negative 1, and this term 1 is the negative 1 plus 1, additive inverse. So, the result is 0. Yes, this is 0 of this polynomial. That is x is equal to minus 1 by 3 is 0 of this polynomial because the result was 0. Now next, P of x is equal to 5x minus pi, where x is equal to 4 by 5. Let us find P of 4 by 5 to check whether this is 0 of the polynomial. Now here it is 5 into, here this is 5 and into x is 4 by 5 minus pi. 5 and 5 are cancelled because common factor 5 is there. Now the result is 4 minus pi. Here 4 minus pi. We can't do operations here, that is 4 minus pi, because this is an irrational number, so the result itself is 4 minus pi. And if you got a result other than 0, then we can say this is not 0 of this polynomial, because the result is not 0. P of x is equal to x square minus 1. We want to find whether x is equal to 1 is 0 or negative 1 is 0. Let us check first x is equal to 1, that is P of 1. Then we will get 1 square minus 1. 1 square minus 1 means 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Yes, this is a 0 of this polynomial. Now the other one, P of negative 1. Then this becomes negative 1 square minus 1. Negative 1 into negative 1 is positive 1 again. 1 minus 1 again 0. Yes, this is also 0 of this polynomial. So this polynomial have two zeros. While we substitute both these values, we get the result 0. So both are 0 of that polynomial. P of x is equal to x plus 1 into x minus 2. And we want to find x is equal to negative 1 and 2. Value of x is equal to negative 1, that is P of negative 1 is negative 1 plus 1. This becomes negative 1 plus 1, close the bracket. In other bracket, negative 1 minus 2. We will do inside the bracket first. That is equal to negative 1 plus 1 becomes additive inverse and 0. So 0 into here minus become addition and here sign changes. Result is negative 3. 0 into negative 3 is 0. Yes, this is a 0 of this polynomial, because our result is 0. Now next is P of 2. This becomes 2 plus 1 and 2 minus 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Inside the bracket, 2 minus 2 is 0. Again 3 into 0 is 0. So this is also 0 of this polynomial. Next is P of x is equal to x square. We have to find x is equal to 0. That is P of 0. Then this becomes, while we substitute x is equal to 0, this becomes 0 square, which is equal to 0. Yes, 0 is 0 of this polynomial. P of x is equal to Lx plus m, where x is equal to negative m by L. Let us substitute P of negative m by L. Then this becomes L into x becomes negative m by L plus m. Here L and L are common. Cut this because there is L as common factor. Now negative m plus m. Result is 0 because additive inverse. So yes, this is 0 of this polynomial. Next is P of x is equal to 3x square minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3. First we will find P of minus 1 by root 3. Then we have to substitute 3 into minus 1 by root 3 whole square minus 1. Here 3 into inside the bracket a by b whole square. A by b whole square. It means a square by b square. Each numerator and denominator we have to square it. So we are squaring negative 1 first, then the numerator becomes positive 1. Negative 1 into negative 1 is positive 1. Now in denominator, root 3 square. Root 3 into root 3, the result is 3. So inside the bracket it becomes 1 by 3 minus 1. Here 3 and 3 common. 1 minus 1 is there, equal to 0. Yes, this is 0 of this polynomial. Now next one is P of 2 by root 3. Then this becomes 3 into 2 by root 3 whole square minus 1. Now this is 3 into 2 square. 2 square becomes 4 by root 3 square. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. After squaring 2 by root 3, we get 4 by 3 minus 1. Here 3 and 3 cancelled. 4 minus 1. The result is 3. No, this is not 0 of this polynomial because our result is not 0. So this is not 0 of this polynomial. P of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Here values x is equal to 1 by 2. We will find P of 1 by 2. then 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1. 2 and 2 we will cancel. 1 plus 1, the result is 2. Here this is not 0. So this value is not 0 of this polynomial. Now next is how to find 0 of the given polynomial. To find the 0 of given polynomial, here we are having linear polynomials. Then it is so simple, we can just equate it to 0. Linear polynomial means its degree is 1. Then that is general form is ax plus b. Here degree is 1. We are not going to talk about quadratic polynomial or cubic polynomial or degree more than 3. Just we are having the questions from linear polynomials. If it is a linear polynomial, to find 0 of the polynomial, we can simply equate it to 0. Then we will get 0 of this polynomial. I'll show you how. Here we want the value of x, because if we know the value of x and then that value is substituted to this polynomial to get 0. For that, we will find which is the exact value of x, that we get the result as 0. For that, we have to equate it to 0. Then we will keep ax here, that is x term here. Now take this plus b to RHS. Going to RHS, it becomes minus b. Now this is a into x. So taking to RHS, we need only the value of x. Take this a which is along with x. You want to take it to RHS. Now this is multiplication. So going to RHS, it becomes denominator, that is division. Here we got x is equal to minus b by a. This is the value of x. When we substitute it, we will get the result 0. Let us check it. Here we are going to find p of negative b by a. We got negative b by a is the 0 of the polynomial. We are going to verify it. We find p of negative b by a is equal to a into, in this polynomial, a into 4x. We are substituting the value negative b by a plus b. Let us check whether the result is 0. A and a cancel in numerator and denominator. Now negative b plus b is same number with opposite signs, that is additive inverse. So the result is 0. Yes, we got the correct answer, correct 0 of this polynomial. So how will we find 0 of the polynomial? We will equate it to 0 and take all the other numbers and coefficients other than x. Then we will get the value of x here in the RHS. We are taking everything else to RHS, that is to the side of 0. Then we will get the value of x. And that result will be the 0 of this polynomial. We can do exercise questions. P of x is equal to x plus 5. We want to find the 0 of this polynomial. Then first we want to do is x plus 5 equal to 0. Equate it to 0. Then keep this x here. You want to take this to RHS. Here plus 5 going to RHS, it becomes minus 5. That is 0 minus 5. The result is minus 5. So this is the 0 of the polynomial. Let us verify this. Here the polynomial was x plus 5. We are substituting p of negative 5 and we will find instead of x, negative 5 plus 5 equal to 0. Yes, this is 0 of this polynomial. Next is p of x is equal to x minus 5. Now again we need to equate this polynomial to 0. Then keep x here in LHS. Taking negative 5 to RHS, it becomes 0 plus 5. X is equal to 5. We can verify it, that is 5 minus 5. Yes, it is 0. So this is the 0 of the polynomial. Next is p of x is equal to 2x plus 5. That is 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Then we can find the 0 of this polynomial. Keep 2x here. Don't take 2 along with 5 because 5 is another term. So first you take 5 to RHS, that is 0 plus 5 becomes minus 5 here. 0 minus 5 is minus 5. Now next you take the term along with x, that is coefficient of x. You don't take first the coefficient. You just take the other term first to RHS and then take coefficient part of x. That is, here it is multiplication. So going to RHS, it becomes by 2. Negative 5 by 2 is the result. That is, this is the 0 of this polynomial. If you need, you can verify. They are not asked to verify this. but we can just verify. Let us check. 2 into x is negative 5 by 2 plus 5. Let us check whether it is equal to 0. 2 and 2 cancel. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. Yes. Next question. P of x is equal to 3x minus 2. Again 3x minus 2 equal to 0. 3x, keep it here. Negative 2 taken to RHS, it becomes positive 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. Now take this 3, that is 2 going to RHS, 3 becomes by 3. 2 by 3 is the 0 of this polynomial. So to find 0 of the polynomial, you want to equate the polynomial to 0 if it is linear polynomials. We are here talking about linear polynomials. 3x. Now 3x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. This 3 going to RHS becomes by 3. 0 by any number, the result is 0. So 0 of this polynomial is 0. We find the value of x. Next is P of x is equal to ax. Now ax is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 by a, that is 0. Again 0 of this polynomial is 0. P of x is equal to cx plus d. C and here it is given c is not equal to 0. C and d are real numbers. We want to mention c is not equal to 0 here in the question itself, because if this is c is 0, then this whole term will be missing. Only there will be d term. D term means constant polynomial, because it is hidden variable there. Here it will be x raised to 0, that is hidden. It is 1. So you want to mention here c must not be 0. So if you want a variable part here, then you must be sure that this is not 0. Coming to the answer, we want to equate this polynomial to 0. Then it becomes cx is equal to plus d going to RHS minus d. Now x is equal to minus d. C along with x going to RHS become by c. X is equal to minus d by c. This is the 0 of this polynomial. This is all about 0 of the polynomials. Thank you.